Hey guys, this is Pedro back with another interview covering ESO Impact Season 5 Finals. For this occasion, I have here with me poppins of Fluxo Demons, who are coming off of an unfortunate semifinals loss to Imperial to thus get eliminated from the competition. Poppins, thank you so much, like I said before, taking the time despite this loss. First and foremost, losing in the semifinals once again. How are you feeling?
Can I? Yeah, I'm feeling sad. Yeah, frustrated. Like it's hard to lose, but we gotta know. Like, believe in ourselves. I confess that I holded my crying, but I'm really glad that I'm here. This opportunity is just huge for me, and I'm proud. I'm really proud. We did such an history, like with Navi. We did a comeback that nobody believed, but we believed in ourselves. So yeah, I'm really proud of us, especially our coach, everyone.
Yeah, for sure. Of course, this was a rematch from the previous occasion back in the group stage where you guys came out on top. Just sort of covering what are the major changes that you've seen from that first encounter to this that kind of made it much more difficult to defeat Imperial this time around?
Yeah, Imperial has a new player and they are playing so well. Like, I wouldn't take it for granted. They are just a huge team and strong team. They were so aggressive that we couldn't. They beat us. We couldn't beat them. Like we couldn't stop. They were unstoppable. But I'm still like positive. I have hope and I have a dream. Still have this dream, and I will never give up. So that's it.
Yeah, for sure. Last year, we've seen this team emerge from the Brazilian scene to be one of the top teams in the world. You guys have been able to maintain that form from that point to this year, but still, losing out in the semifinals, coming so close once again to the grand finals. I mean, how tough must that be for you? In spite of just having made tremendous progress to even get to this point. How are you kind of feeling just getting eliminated in semifinals once again?
Yeah, as I said before, like the frustration it gets you, but we can't let our heads down. We gotta put it up and be strong. I have this passion, and this passion is CS. So, as I said, I don't want to give up. I still want to be the best. I still have this dream to win this tournament. It's hard. Yeah, we cry. It's hard to lose, but we gotta learn that. So I'm really glad that I'm here, even though I'm sad right now, but I'm glad.
What do you think has been the biggest thing that you felt you learned so far in this competition? Having taken part, competed, and just experienced everything. Biggest thing that you've learned for yourself?
I think my biggest learn was resilience. Like the comeback we did on Navi, we were so strong and we believed in ourselves so much that I have this feeling like we were so resilient that I'll take that for my life. Like it's gonna be a historic moment in my career. So that's what I most learned right now.
Going a little bit into that, on top of that, you've added another year into your career. Now you're being much more mature, I assume, as a competitor, as a player, as an individual, as a person. For yourself, what do you think has been the one thing that changed for you the most from last year, since you were like a rookie, and this year?
Yeah, I always say that like when I started playing, I mature faster. Like as an athlete, you mature faster. You have big responsibilities and a commitment with this. And I think like I'm just gonna do a joke right now. Like I turned 18 like 3 days ago, so now I'm grown up in Brazil. Like you're already an adult when you're 18. So I feel like the last tournament I cried a lot when we lost against Navi, and now this time I hold it and I said just stand up, be strong. So never give up and that's what I'm learning, like to be a resilient woman, like a powerful woman that won't give up so easily. And that's what I most learned right now. Like before, like when I was 17, 16, I matured so much more.
As I said, missing out in the semifinals. From in your eyes, what do you feel the team has to do in order to progress to the grand finals, move on from semifinals, and just win? What do you think separates this team from making those goals happen?
I would definitely say the location they play. Like in Brazil, in South America, we don't have that practice with teams that are strong. Like it one on one, it's never all the practice a really strong team. So I think they have this advantage. So I think to progress, we would have to do a boot camp here, like here, not here, in Europe, and then practice there. Because the last tournament we did that, and we like stayed 3 days in Europe and playing in Barcelona, and that improved so much.
For sure, for sure. You mentioned a practice. I'm kind of curious on how you viewed the team's practice, just like in the women's scene, practicing in Brazil, then moving over to Europe. How have you kind of seen the change in practice, and also how have you viewed the difficulties in just trying to improve as a team because of the practice, from last year to this year?
Well, in South America, we have crazy practice. Sometimes they don't respect us, and it's really hard, like to play a normal practice. And sometimes we just like, oh, they're not even playing CS. They are just pushing us, and it's so embarrassing for us. Like just because we're women, like why, So that's why we wanted to go to Europe, because they have a polite game. I don't know how to say that, but it's more polite, their game. They respect us. They do things that make a sense.
More open.
And more open, yeah. So for sure, that's why we really want to do a boot camp here to have this advantage as the other teams that are from Europe.
Given all the things that you've been saying in this conversation, just sort of final question: what do you think as the team has to adjust from now to season 6 and just have another chance to make it to the grand final, surpass semifinals, and just everything, the biggest adjustment for you and the team?
I said the practice in Europe, but I would say right now the biggest thing would be like the mentality, your mindset, your self-talk. It's something that really helps. It's like a base from your pyramid, like you gotta be focused. I'm sorry, I spilled something. You gotta be focused and don't give up, and especially your mentality, keep that in mind. Don't let them like ruin your moments. Just be hyped, get your boost to win the match. Like I would say that because in these semifinals I was like, my mentality wasn't that good, like positive ways, and it's something that I will work on. Like we can see that Imperial had a really good mentality, so something that's missing us. But our mentality is really great. Like the comeback against Navi was so much good, but I think that's it. You gotta focus on your game always.
And hopefully you're able to continue progressing, Poppins. Thank you so much for taking the time. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.